Hello and welcome to another episode of All Star Garage. This time round, it's all about this fiberglass thing that's been lurking about in the workshop for the last couple of months. You've seen us building it, you've seen us working on it, doing front suspension, back axles, building a 4-post roll cage in it, doing loads of work to it to go and get smashed up, which we've now done, as you can see. That was our BWS round one, BWS's Banger World Series. We've got 8 rounds this year on different tracks. Now the way a BWS round works for us, if you're not au fait with it, you've stumbled across the videos and you haven't got a clue or you've never seen banger racing before, is that you score points in your heats. You've got consolation races and whatever, and you need to qualify to get in the final. The winner of the final gets an automatic seed into our big world final race at the end of the year. But for everyone else, it's double points finals and ways of picking up points to qualify throughout the year to get on that grid. There's only so many cars can do it, so everyone spends all year trying to do it. Now, alternatively, at BWS meetings, you also get the Entertainers League. And with the Entertainers League, you score points on your car choice, your sign writing and your paint, and then obviously putting on a show on the track as well. The more cars you hit, the more points you score. And then when you have something like this, you score points in the pits as well by trying to repair it and get it back on the track again, which we managed to do. Because of that, we've got quite a bit of pit footage to show you as well. I didn't have microphones and that on in the pits, we just had the camera rolling sort of in the ambiance, shall we call it. Now with the pit work to repair the cars to get on track, at this particular meeting, we just had the camera on rolling in the background the whole time. And it took us about 2.5 hours to rebuild the back axle and get everything back together to get it running and driving again, to get it back on the track, to get it smashed up again. But I scored points for that. So I've clipped bits out of it so that it's not 2.5 hours worth of footage to show you what we were doing with that. And then obviously getting back on track and getting smashed to bits again. Now we do have in-car footage from the front camera and the back camera from the 2 races that I did, and then like I said, the pit shots as well. So there you go. This is what I got up to at BWS round 1.
Made it come for one race though, isn't it? Huh? Not made it come for one race. Thing, but I think so, there's kids here.
Nearly there. We've qualified for the final. I think 2 entertainers from the heat go through, and I was one of them. But the axle's back down, although very totally outy, and we've just welded a drive shaft in it. We've welded the wishbone where it needs to be because there's no springs left. All we've got to do now is make a prop shaft again, because that's like a banana.
You put a piece in it, or you're going to use it?
I'm going to have to apologise for not knowing people's names as well, because we've had loads of help doing it. This is our new suspension, this bit of box. Welded the drive shaft in because that snapped all the bolts. No shock absorbers. She's going to handle like a dream. suntan to the face. Might check the tyre pressure, what do you reckon?
pretty cool, isn't it?
Now, at the point of filming this and putting it together and bringing it out and you're watching it, I have absolutely no idea how well I did to a degree as in the points chart. The points are decided for the Entertainers League by 3 different people. We had a driver's briefing about that on Sunday before the meeting started. We know who the people are. They're dotted about around the track. Obviously, the meeting, if you went, was probably the best BWS round there's ever been in history of ever. There was action going on everywhere, and one person cannot see everything at any one time, hence why there's 3 people. They then decide what's classed as a goods hit, what you've done, how you then qualify. What I did manage to do is in the heats at BWS rounds, you have a certain amount of drivers will qualify for the final from racing points, and then 1 or 2 entertainers from that race get chosen, they qualify for the final as well. So if you put on a really good show, you seed yourself into that final without having to finish the race because you've entertained instead. I did pick up one of those places, and one of the guys, Keithy, came round and said to me when we were trying to repair it, and said, if you can fix it, you've qualified because you got that spot. So I knew I'd done enough to be seen, so to speak, to qualify, so hopefully there's some points there, but I haven't got a clue. I've no idea what we've scored. We've just got to keep going, get on with the next car, keep going, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. But what I will do is say right now, at round 1, anyone come up to me and ask me on Sunday at the track, anyone's asked me before, we've done live streams for the channel members and stuff, and I've been very open about it. This year, I do not care if I qualify. I'd love to, don't get me wrong, but we're going to give it our all. We're going to do all the meetings. If I qualify and I get on that grid, I do. If I don't, I've had fun along the way. I'm not bothered. There is a hell of a lot of people going for it. There's a lot of people that've got a much bigger pit crew than I have. There's a lot of people who've got a much bigger budget than I have, and there's a lot more aspects in the mix. I'll give it my very best. If I do it, I do. If I don't, I'm not bothered. One thing I will say, and that is absolutely clear, racing this and having fun, I had way more fun in that on Sunday than I did at any BWS round I did last year. I had some fun meetings with the Vincent meeting and the Mildner Weekender and the Halloween meeting and stuff where it was not points controlled. I didn't have to worry about getting 7 points for coming 4th and where you have to line up and where you start a race and ducking and weaving to score points. Didn't have to do none of that, and I had fun. So that's why I'm going down this route this year. It's going to be better for the channel as well. You're far more going to prefer watching that get smashed to bits than you are watching me race round for a 4th or a 5th place, right? So hopefully you enjoy it along the way as well, as much as I do. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I got way more of a buzz out of doing that. So if I can do that 8 times this year and enjoy them all the same, I'm happy. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed the footage. The DS420 is just over your left shoulder there on the ramp. We haven't touched that for a couple of weeks, but we do need to pull our finger out and get that done. The DS420 will be going to Ipswich, and that will be getting sign written in approximately 3 weeks today, I believe, from the point of filming, which will be the week before the meeting. And then it starts getting really busy, because once we do Ipswich for round 2, round 3 is Hensford, which is exactly 2 weeks after, and then round 4 is Northampton, which is Easter Sunday, which is exactly 2 weeks after again. So round 2, 3 and 4, there's 30 days between 3 meetings, and we've got to have a fresh built, sign written, painted car for every single one of them. So that's going to get busy. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the footage from all the other BWS rounds are going to be just as good, if not better. I'll see you next time.